Y'all, I want to talk about how truly God has changed my desires. When you truly surrender your life to Him, it's not about what you can do better to earn God's love. He changes your heart Himself. The Holy Spirit within you changes your heart. So let me give y'all an example. So before, I used to desire listening to secular music, rap music with a bunch of curse words in it, music that talked about, demonic things like sex, drugs, alcohol. I didn't do any drugs or alcohol, but the song itself, it was just so nice. I really loved it. I don't know why truly, but they were secular music, right? I used to love that. But after surrendering my life to God and allowing God to transform my heart, I let go of secular music. I cut it out cold turkey. And now I I feel gravitated to no longer desire that type of music, but I desire worship music. That's just one example. Instead of watching I like watching YouTube, okay, and TikTok. Instead of watching some of my favorite YouTubers, not that anything's wrong with them, but it doesn't really fill my mind with anything productive, right? Whatever type of YouTubers, vloggers, or challenge videos, stuff like that. I used to watch that like crazy. Not that anything's wrong with that, but God changed my heart to now watching videos about Christian podcasts or sermons. I watch full sermons, y'all. That stuff used to be so boring to me. So I want to bring it to y'all that God will change your heart to the point where things you used to hate. I used to hate worship music. I used to hate reading the Bible. And I used to hate listening to sermons and going to church. But now I look forward to all those things. Y'all, I'm going to church tomorrow and it's going to be Sunday. And I am so excited. I'm attending the earliest service because it's the least packed. But I am so excited to worship God and see what see what message God has put in the pastor's heart and see how it could speak to me and so many others. And I'm starting a BSF Bible study fellowship and international group. I'm starting that Monday. And then on Tuesday, y'all, I'm having a young adults group. I'm attending the young adults group at church, and it's going to be so fun. These are the things I look forward to now. I never used to look forward to those things, y'all. So the things that you used to hate, you now start to love. And the things you used to love, you then start to hate. Not to hate, but you tend to not gravitate to them anymore. That's the same thing with sin. Whenever you let God change your heart, your desire to sin is less. Because before, you would happily jump into having sex with anybody, right? Or drinking, partying, getting high, whatever it is. You would happily jump into that because it was fun, right? But when you allow God to change your heart, those things don't become your desires anymore. They become the things that you start to avoid and to hate. And then you start wanting to read the Bible, go to church, do this and that. So I encourage you all, surrender your life, allow God to change your heart because it is beautiful. You can't do it on your own. You can only do it through the grace and the power of God.